Hey, we're back. This is day 5 of my cut from 130 pounds down to about 120 as a 52-year-old woman. Not taking any supplements, just using whole foods, adequate protein, and fitness to get the results. So, let's talk about my stats for day 5. Sleep, 4 hours and 45 minutes. I knew it was low, but not that low. I kept my little Netflix going too long, and instead of turning it off, it kept waking me up and keeping me in that light slumber instead of getting some real sleep. So it definitely impacted my sleep last night. Steps for yesterday were 8,081 grams. My grams by weight of fruits and vegetables was 839 grams. Protein for yesterday, 97 grams. And my calories landed out at 1538. Water, 20 ounces yesterday. Just dismal. When I woke up this morning, I could feel it in the knees. That's one of the biggest things that I have noticed just probably in the last couple years, that if my water intake isn't good, I notice it. So definitely still working on that. So you see, this is real life. My workouts yesterday were a CrossFit WOD with my son, and I did some accessory work, like some planks or some tuck holds for some gymnastics, and a little bit of work for my Olympic weightlifting accessories. I don't think I got any film, maybe just my accessories. So I'll put that in there or there. Today, my weight was 127 pounds. What I wanted to talk about today was why I choose to add the quality to my diet and focus on this 800 grams of fruits and vegetables per day, and some of the things and benefits of why, or some of the benefits that I have by adding that consistently. One of the biggest reasons is I have always tried to out-train my poor diet choices with my fitness, and it wasn't working in my 30s, it wasn't working in my 20s, it wasn't working in my 40s, and it didn't work. I've been doing consistently the 3 pillars method for over a year now. I became a coach last fall for the 3 pillars method, which starts with the 800 grams, which we're going to talk about today. Pillar 1 is the 800 grams of fruits and vegetables by weight. You add that to your diet every day. I'm focused on adding instead of taking away. I'm focused on, I've got to get my fruits and vegetables in throughout the day to make sure I'm getting a different variety, and the health benefits are awesome, right? Like, we've been told since we're kids we're supposed to eat our fruits and vegetables, right? Just adding in more quality by ways of micronutrients, macronutrients, and vitamins, minerals. I'm getting all the good stuff, right? The kicker is it helps push out the processed foods. It helps push out the things that I struggle to eat in moderation. So it helps keep my caloric total consistent. It helps me hit my fiber target. I think since April, I have been consistently tracking my fruits and vegetables each day in the 3 Pillars app. And my 800 I'm over 800 grams. I think I'd have to look at the number. I'll put them up. 800 grams. And I know my fiber is around 24 grams of fiber consistently is my average, without having to add any supplements. Like, that's just by the foods that I'm getting each day. So I really like that I'm able to get a decent amount of fiber in my diet just by what I'm eating and not have to think about it. I'm sure if I looked back prior to doing this, my fiber would have been in the teens, maybe close to 10. Super low, and we all know everybody's telling us to eat more fiber. So there's that. Other things that I've had happen since doing this is better sleep. I noticed I felt that my recovery from my workouts is better. I can get away with a little less water intake. I used to have to push for 100 ounces per day, and now I can push for 60 to 70 and stay pretty hydrated because of the fruits and stuff, the water and the fruits and stuff that I'm eating. Cravings for sugar have definitely gone down. That was one of the biggest things I noticed about 5 or 6 months in of consistently eating my fruits and vegetables daily. Cravings of sugar down. The other time that I noticed that the cravings of sugar has decreased was when I am tired and stressed. Anytime that I am overtired, like today is a typical day, and being a weekend day where my schedule isn't the same, I would normally be getting into all kinds of treats, all kinds of chips, and blowing up, like blowing past the caloric total that I want to keep each day. So, not like the realization that just having the level of fruits and vegetables traversing through my gut, day to day and being consistent has the ability to make it easier for me to manage my sugar intake, especially on those days that it's really hard. Okay, so why we pick the 800-gram number is there is a study that I can actually put a picture of and link to. Maybe I'll try and figure out how to get it into my description. But anyways, the why we pick the 800 grams is it actually decreases our risk of stroke, cardiovascular disease, and cancer by eating that amount. It's been shown to do that. So that is another benefit. Like, it's health protective. It's protecting me from getting or decreasing my risk from the stroke, heart attack, and cancers. So as a nurse, I'm all for that. And having a target to hit each day makes it quantifiable and measurable, and it's pretty easy once you start figuring out how to add it into each meal. So how many fruits and vegetables do you think you eat a day? Do you feel that you are eating enough fruits and vegetables? I know that I found in starting to focus on getting 800 grams, I realized that I was only eating about 400 to 600 grams per day. And that at 400 to 600 grams per day, it just really isn't enough for me to push out the extra processed foods. I would still try to add those in and say, oh, I'm going to skip the watermelon so I can have a serving of chips. And at the end of the day, when I start thinking about my choices, I'm like, is it really? I mean, sometimes, yes, I'm going to eat some chips. But day in and day out, I think I'm going to get more benefit from adding a piece of fruit to my diet versus making a swap of a fruit for chips, because that just didn't jive with where I want to focus for my health and wellness. Also, I find that the people who feel that they are eating a whole bunch of whole foods in their diet and adding enough whole foods in their diet find the same thing, that they're falling a little bit short, and that they find that the difference between 400 to 600 grams and 800 grams is really, really beneficial. So with that, I think I'm going to end it for today. If you're going to commit to eating 800 grams of fruits and vegetables, let me know in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe.